Hello and welcome, dear goddess, to Twin Flame Tuesday. Oh, what a crazy ride we are on indeed. Indeed. It is challenging to say the least. But that is what we are here to do, is to embrace these challenges, or rather these opportunities for growth, and do exactly that, grow. At times, though, we resist, don't we? And as a result, that suffering connected with learning that lesson that we are resisting, well, it persists, doesn't it? As twin flame travelers, especially, everything that we refuse to do the work on, every block that we allow to stand, well, is the same block that keeps us from coming into union with our twin, because what's actually happening is it's blocking us from coming into union within. And even I can see that within myself. The places and spaces that I have been blocking myself and resisting letting go of certain stories and certain spaces that my victim mindset wants to hold on to. But this is being amplified right now in the collective, that victim mentality, that we must let go of what is weighing us down, what is keeping us from what we desire. And that just flew across the table. And the only one who can do that is ourselves. Let me pull my chair up a little bit here. Let's just kind of see here. Oh, wow. The fact that this card, the trust card, flew across my table. Okay, I've never had a card fly across the table as I was shuffling before, which really amplifies this card for us right now, goddess. To trust. Because when we are coming from that place of seeking to control circumstances, especially our twin flame connection, right? Or any manifestation that we desire, that is a sign that we do not trust. Not only do we not trust the universe, but we don't trust ourselves. Because trust is trust is trust. If you trust yourself, you trust the universe. You trust the universe, you trust yourself. So within, so without. So how it is inside of you is the same kind of experience that you're going to have outside of you. Now, the key is here, even I needed this reminder very much, especially in this twin flame space, right? Is that we've got to just trust the journey. It's our responsibility to look for and find where our power is, and to let go of giving our power away to where our power is not, because that's why we end up giving it away, is because we're looking for power, right? We're looking to have power over something that we have no power over, which as a result is what causes us to be giving our power away. So it's up to us to be able to have that discernment as to where our power is, which is inside us. It's inside you, goddess. Your power is inside you. Trust is inside you. It's really important to look at how far you have come in your life and all those things that you have overcome. You did that, goddess. Nobody else. Isn't it time you start giving credit where credit is due? Especially as you're on this journey to have patience with yourself. To stop being so hard on yourself when things are perceived to be wrong in your mind, or you've made mistakes that were, quote, unforgivable. This is what forgiveness is about, is because all things are technically forgivable. Forgiveness is for giving you the freedom to move on with your life. It really truly has nothing to do with that other person, except for that energetic connection that you are holding on to by not forgiving and letting go and learning to trust that everything is working out for you. To be patient with yourself as you are cultivating this trust. Because here's the other side too, as a twin flame traveler. If you don't trust yourself, how can you expect to trust your twin? And is it possible to be in and out of that trust space? Of course. Of course. This is the going and growing journey, the hills and valleys of a self-love empowerment journey. Where we again find a space and go, yeah, I need to take my power back in this. The key is to not beat yourself up. When you are learning, you're finding your way. You're never going to know it all. You're never going to have it all figured out. This is why trust is so vital to this journey. And in turn, why patience is also very vital to your journey. To really hold that space for yourself. And look, it even says trust that divine timing is at work. So we have both these cards here affirming this trust factor. Trust your journey. Trust the universe. Trust that everything is unfolding in its divine essence as it's intended. It's only our ego who seeks to control that which we cannot control. So rather than attempting to control the perceived reality that you find yourself in now, that which has already been manifested, it's time for you to again look for where your power is, which is inside you. The power of the mind, the power of visualization, the power of manifestation. Because when we visualize, when we embody that which we desire to experience, we align with having that experience. And I will be the first one to tell you, dear goddess, that my little victim shadow has been holding on to some shit lately. Because we are in such an amplified state of uncertainty, such an amplified state of so much fear all around us that it's literal fear mongering that we know is what's happening around the world en masse. But all the more reason why trust cancels out all of that fear. Trust is an aspect of love. And fear is an absence of love. So when you cultivate trust, guess what? You're cultivating love. When you cultivate patience, you're cultivating love. And when you cultivate your imagination, you are also cultivating love because you are creating your reality. You are recognizing that you are a powerful being, that you are a creator, that this whole nonsense that, I'm not creative, that's all that is nonsense, because regardless, you are creative. You are a creator creating your experience. And it is about time that each and every one of us wake up and say, wait a fucking minute. I see the correlation between my outside world, what I'm getting in my experience, in tandem with my inside world, what I'm believing about my experience. And especially when it comes to my twin flame, really recently, yesterday, in fact, having him mirror some of, again, my long-held, deeply seated beliefs about men. He's still mirroring that in me, which means that I still have some subconscious patterned beliefs related to men. And that is being shown me by my twin. I know with absolute certainty that he is my twin flame. It's been proven way too many times. And this is something that, dear goddess, I'm telling you right now, you imagine what your twin flame union looks like, what it feels like, the whole experience of it. You visualize any of your manifestation that you desire to be experiencing here. Imagine what it looks like, feel it, embody it, be in that energetic space. Because as you create that, as you anchor into that space, you align with it and it's on its way to you. Otherwise, you can expect to stay in that powerless state of being. Believe me, I know. And believing that the universe doesn't have your back, that the world is against you, and as a result, continue to experience your shadow side, because that is this world here is the world of duality, this polarity. Learning to recognize that our shadow, that this which does not feel good, these beliefs that go against what we desire are showing us, right? Are showing us what we need to be rewriting, what we need to heal, what we need to be integrating in terms of the lessons of what this duality of an experience is revealing to us. The contrast is nothing more than to show you what you do not want so you can then say, oh, okay, I do not feel empowered there. That is not where my power is. That's what I don't want. And that's got me upset and worked up. So wait a minute here. The question is now, what do I want? And then you pivot to that. You stop feeding the story. You stop feeding this and start feeding this. But you don't come to this without going through this. Believe me, I know, sister. All right? We chose to be here. We chose this realm of experience. We chose this world of polarity to really, truly empower our soul's growth. All right? And you are not expected to do this alone. You really are not. Even if it means that there's a part of you saying that you're never going to be with your twin, that it feels so impossible, because believe me, goddess, I've been feeling this with you. You know, I mean, my twin is on the other side of the world. And like I've mentioned multiple times, I can't just get on a plane and go to him. I mean, literally, I can't. But that's just for right now. This is temporary. It's learning to trust in the divine timing. You're learning to have patience and trust in the divine timing. And at the meantime, be imagining and visualizing that reality with my twin flame love when we are in union. Because otherwise, if we're just looking at the shadow side, the polarity side, then of course you're going to feel discouraged. Of course you're going to feel beat down. Of course you're going to feel like whatever it is you desire is impossible. Well, you will always hear me say that in the realm of possibility, all things are possible. All things are possible. So perhaps now is really the time for you to be finding someone with whom to share in this journey of your twin flame experience and reclaiming your power. Even find a group. I'm actually very excited to announce that soon, very, very soon, I am relaunching my Manifesting with Self-Love Twin Flame Power program, wherein you are coming into union within, you are anchoring into your power within, so that you are in turn then aligning with and creating the reality you desire, including union with your twin. And in this container, it's a video course where you can do the videos at your own pace. But what's awesome is it has a group component wherein you, along with some soul sisters, some fellow divine feminine goddesses, also on this twin flame traveler journey, are finding their power through manifesting with self-love as well and coming into union within themselves. So there's going to be Zoom group support, this whole structure, and I'm really excited about this because I really, really do miss doing my group. We had so much fun when it was its own unique structure of Empowered with Rochelle. Now I've literally merged the two where it's, Empowered with Rochelle by manifesting with self-love. All right, that is what it really truly is, and being in that space. So it's recognizing, again, you are not here to do this alone, because guess what, goddess? You're not alone. You You haven't been. It's an illusion. And even my own ego has been telling me and attempting to keep me separate lately. And telling me that, of course, this has been one of mine for a while, that I'm doing this alone. Holy moly, we got quite a few that jumped out on that one, right? And it's really been a challenge, but I've been doing it to rewrite that, no, I'm not. I am supported. I have, soul sisters that are there, soul brothers, soul family, soul tribe, that are there to support me, in addition to our energetic counterparts from the angelics, spirit guides, source, fairies, Pegasus, because I definitely have a Pegasus very, very much. There's actually the growth card in here is the one that just looks really so very much like my Pegasus in here. But that's so important to recognize that we each are the ones standing in our own way. Boom. And this card upside down. Just say yes. Say yes to being the change that you need in your life. Say yes to owning and taking responsibility to the true fact that you are the catalyst in your life. Say yes to manifesting with self-love. Say yes to all of the amazing that you desire, because you deserve it. And the only one who ever stands in the way of what you desire is you. And here we go again. Apparently, I think all of them are going to be upside down. So let me flip, and we know they're upside down, okay? Which means they're all amplified. Look, what was I just saying? You are not alone. You are not alone, goddess. It is an illusion that you are alone. You've got to be the one to allow yourself to see how not alone you are, how supported you are. And if you really truly want to be a part of a group, you've got to be the one to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be part of the group. Well, holy moly, even though you noticed I rotated those cards based on the assumption that they were all upside down, and look, here we go, upside down even still. So it wasn't, because why? Big amplification on this card. What are you clinging on to? Goddess, what shadow aspect are you holding on under the illusion that you feel safe in that? Even though you feel like shit, what are you holding on to that is contradicting what you desire? What is that? Because when you do this work, believe me, Goddess, especially if you are doing the twin flame dance, right? The twin flame separation, back and forth. I mean, RV and I, we've come together. Oh, there's some shit. We get repelled apart. To do that work on ourselves, we come back together. Luckily where we are now is we are working through. We're finally working through rather than just being repelled apart right away, right? But I'm here to tell you, Goddess, you shift your shit, it shifts in him too. You impact and influence your twin flame connection when you do the work on you. This is why the only way to union with your twin is to come home to union within. So look at yourself. What are you clinging on to? What stories, what illusions of your reality are you clinging on to that is contradictory to what you desire to experience? Even I, as I'm sitting here and these words are coming through me, I'm like, oh God, yep, I hear you. I know, blah, 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 blah. That's what my little mean girl wants to be like, blah, 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 whatever you say. And see, look, like I said, we turn these puppies upside down. Yet here we go. So every one of these, just really big time amplification of the messages coming through right now. It is. It's cracked open. Even for me, Goddess, when I first met my twin flame and we were going through all of this, and I didn't even know he was my twin flame because I didn't believe in twin flames when I met him. I didn't believe in the concept. I'm like, I'm not half of any fucking thing, right? And I've been working on that for a while. Like, I'm independent, INDEPENDENT. Yeah. Who sang that song? That's an old cut from a minute ago. I love that song. But really, truly, I remember I'm like, why? Why? And there's still a part of me which tells me right here, clinging on to this story of, I wasn't looking for him. I didn't need him. I didn't need to go to India. I didn't need this experience. I was just going to have a peaceful, calm, quiet fucking life out in the country with a house full of foster cats building my business. What was so wrong with that? Was there something wrong? I mean, y'all should hear me go off sometimes when I'm in that victim space of feeling like meeting my twin flame was a curse. When really, truly, it's been one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. Because wow, have I been cracked the fuck open? Have I been forced to step so far out of my comfort zone to even fly around the world by myself, okay? To meet him in person, to fully trust in myself, in him, and in the universe. And guess what? Every step of the way, there were angels. Every step. There was someone when I needed guidance. Because remember, foreign airports and everything else, there was always someone there. An angel in disguise. So remember, this is happening for you, not to you. Your soul agreed to the shit that's happening, that your ego might say is so bad. But it's all for you to grow. It's all for you to expand. So you get to choose to let go of that victim mentality, of that victim perspective. You get to choose. All right? And you get to rise into your power and own that you are the creator of your experience here. Boom. Oof. And look, the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Who or what is triggering you? Right there, goddess. I encourage you to pull out your journal, to spend some time and actually journal this out. What are you clinging on to? Who or what is triggering you? I mean, my twin just triggered me big time yesterday. Like I said, triggering these long-held beliefs about men that they only want to use me. And bless his heart, I know he is doing the best he can with what he was taught in his culture about how we treat women and about, what the roles are and, these sorts of things. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you're more intelligent at business than I, a woman. That sort of thing. And so what happens is that triggers me into the place of looking for all the ways that he's probably just using me. That's it. He's just using me. He just wants to come to America. That's all. Wait a minute, Rochelle. It was more than 2 years ago that because of him, you got to go to India. How is it not fair that he gets to come here? That's the balance. That's even the polarity, the duality of it all. Everything, balance, yin and yang. But no, again, really, truly mirroring, especially as twin flames. This is one of the things I love is twin flame mirror, to force me to look at the aspects of myself that were it not for my twin, I'm not going to deny, goddess, I wouldn't look at it. And that is, again, something beautiful that we can actually allow ourselves to see about this twin flame journey, is that our twin is our mirror, and they are going to mirror all the shit that's in us. And we can choose to blame them and point the finger at them, but I say to you, dear goddess, wherever your finger's pointing, that's where your power is going. So when you actually go, wait a minute, what is my role? What is my role in this? What is my point of attraction? What are my beliefs? What am I contributing to this experience here? What is my part? That is when you truly, really are integrating this lesson. This is when you are truly rising into your power. That said, dear goddess, I love this whole reading. It really truly is about you leaning into trusting yourself, you recognizing that you are the catalyst. You've got to begin with truly loving yourself. You've got to say yes to your journey and recognize that none of this is happening to you. It's happening for you. So you can look at these things here and let that shit go. Stop standing in your own fucking way of what you want. All right? Stop blocking the abundance, the love. We actually have to learn how to let ourselves be loved. And the best way to truly practice and cultivate that is to be loving ourselves, which again is why the twin flame journey is with absolute certainty a self-love empowerment journey. Because we do not come into union with our twin without coming home to union within. That's how it goes. That said, dear goddess, when you are ready for your own private one-on-one intuitive clarity coaching session, I am here for you. I just love doing them. They just get better and better and better. We start the session. We do either a 30-minute or a 75-minute. 75 minutes are my favorites because we can really dive into whatever your challenge is. And we start the session with some actual coaching, literally looking at what your challenge is, where you're feeling stuck, where you are feeling so powerless. And we look for and we find your power. After we've looked at those things, then we pull out the cards. And what really makes me so giddy is that the cards always affirm the coaching. Always affirm the coaching. Like literally how many times the words, the guidance that I've given you in the coaching segment literally are the very cards, like the trust, the patience, the, imagination, literally are the cards that come out of the decks. Every time. It's so phenomenally incredible. So to book your intuitive clarity coaching session, you can do that at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. Again, that is empowermentexperiences.com/ICS, which stands for Intuitive Clarity Session. All right. And you do get the replay video. If you would prefer it not to be recorded, I respect that as well. I provide you your replay video in your own private Dropbox folder, wherein you're the only one who gets the link. You're actually welcome to share it with people if you'd like. That's by all means fine with me as well. It's your video to do with what you like. I also include at least one photo of your spread and anything else that we are called to utilize during our session together. That said, dear goddess, I'm here for you. I honor you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for inviting me into your journey. It truly is an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing in my journey as well. It very much is an honor and a pleasure. That said, dear goddess, go create amazing. The power has always been in your hands because it's always been inside you. I'll see you soon. Namaste.